so sorry that I literally have not made a video in forever. I have just been like so swamped with school and like work and just everything that I've had to do. I literally have like not had any time to like do anything. Um, so sorry about that, guys. But today I am here and I want to talk about jobs, and specifically jobs in luxury retail. I actually work at a luxury retail department, and honestly, it is one of the best places that you could ever possibly work at. I love it so much there. It's just such a chill environment. It's really relaxed and like it's so fun. So, I have some tips today and some pointers for anyone who is interested in getting a job in luxury retail and who just wants, some good tips and pointers when going for a job interview. So, number one, people will have like preconceived notions of young people who go and look for jobs that are involved with luxury retail. Just something to keep in mind, like, who cares, honestly, what people think? Like, I'm 19 years old and I work there and I love it, but there are gonna be people who are like, oh, you're young, like, why are you here? Do you know how to do this? And it's like, yes, I do know how to do this. It's like, just ignore people who are just rude like that, because you're gonna find people like that. Or let's say that there's a job that you really want. Let's say if you want to work at El Tahari, and it's a luxury retail brand and you really want to work there. Honestly, when you go for your job interview, I'm going to give you guys some tips. Number one, just try to look professional. Is just go to the interview kind of dressed like how people working there already dress. So, for example, if you notice that a lot of people who work there are wearing all black, when you go to the interview, kind of wear all black too. Maybe pair it with like wear something with a nice blazer. Maybe even pair like a nice top, a nice white top, or even a pretty printed top or something. Just make sure that you look the part. Two, speaking. When you're talking, really advocate for yourself. And I think the main thing that you do when you're going into a job interview is you're marketing yourself. So what you should do is just let people know what you stand for, who you are. I mean, they're gonna bring up questions like, tell me about yourself. What do you like to do? What are your extracurriculars? What's your past job experience? Let them know that. Let them know who you are, and just really bring everything you can to the table that's positive and really important for them to know. Obviously, if you're one of those people who showed up late at your old job, don't say that, but like, just bring positive aspects. Tell them things that you accomplished at your past jobs, and let them know, what you stand for. If you're going into a luxury retail job and you've never had luxury retail experience, it might be a tad bit harder for you. I know my previous job, I worked for another luxury retail place for 6 months. And previously, after that, I worked at just a regular retail store for over a year. So, if you are new to luxury retail, I mean, it might be a tad bit harder for you, but it's all about how you present yourself when you go to the interview. Because I mean, you could have years of luxury retail experience, but if you don't present yourself and tell them everything about you with confidence, then they're not going to give it to you. But if you worked, let's say, at Forever 21 for a year, and you go to an interview for a luxury retail place and you know you really advocate for yourself, then you're going to have a higher chance of getting it. It's really all about how you present you. Group interviews. I also want to touch on that. My place that I work at, they do have group interviews for new hire. When I just so happened to go on a day where it was just me. Just prepare yourself. Group interviews really aren't that bad. Um, like I said, if you can present yourself well and let them know X, Y, and Z on why you should get that job, then you should be fine. I've done group interviews before in the past. Everyone just takes their turn for each question, and you know, you say, you just do your best to try to answer that question as best as you can, and really let them know why you should be that number one candidate for the job. So now let's say that you've done your interview, you've given them your resume, and now you're just in the waiting period and they happen to call you back and you get the job. Let's just say that. Now let's focus on when you're actually at the job. Number one, especially being young and you're going into luxury retail, do not show up late, please. Don't. People, it doesn't look good. I mean, especially because you're young already, people just think, oh, well, she's not taking it seriously, or he's not taking this job seriously, whatever. Please just show up on time. Or if you can't make it in, please try to get someone to cover your shift, but don't be one of those people who come in 30 minutes late with Starbucks in your hand and you have a magazine and you're just casually walking in. Please don't. Number two, the way you dress when you actually get the job is really important as well. Just as important as when you did your interview. Dress as professional as you can. I tend to wear a blazer every day or a nice dress because my dress code requires me to wear all black. So when I do, blazer is my best friend, or a nice dress is a nice black dress is your best friend. Not something you would wear to the club, but something that you know, looks professional. Something you would wear to church almost, something like that. What else? Try to be nice to everybody on the floor that you're working with. Please, just that's really important. Obviously, when you first get the job, you know, people are going to make sure that you're, you know, watch you a bit. Make sure you're doing your work. Make sure you're talking with the customers, getting sales in. So, you know, make sure you're on your best behavior and try to be respectful and nice to everyone on the floor. Another thing I would say is try your best to get sales in. At luxury retail places, they will ask you, do you want commission or do you want hourly? It all depends on you. I know people that do commission and I know people that do hourly, and it works for people and sometimes it doesn't, but it all depends on what you like. Just try to get a sale and really know the merchandise that you're working with on the floor, and try to always get sales in. Something I've noticed too, a good tip I can give you is always know what you're talking about. If they ask you something like, what material is this made out of? And you say, I think cotton. No. Always make sure you know what you're talking about. Or my last and final tip would probably be clean and organize as much as you can. The more that, you know, you organize your floor and the more that it looks neat and presentable, you know, people notice things like that, and you will get compliments on how clean your floor is or wherever you're working, and that's always a good plus because people pay attention to detail. So everyone, those are my luxury retail tips. Even these tips don't even necessarily have to be for luxury retail. This can just be if you want a regular job. These are always really good tips to stand All right, guys. So thank you so much. I'm actually probably going to make another video after this just because I need to just stock up on my videos because I was slacking for so long. I'm so sorry, guys. I love you. Please don't be mad at me. Another video will be up soon. Bye.